If it's in Hampton Roads, it's on the Hampton Roads Show.
Culinary Institute, they've joined together for a terrific golf fundraiser, and we'll get all the details coming up.
And today's postcard from Hampton Roads, we're visiting an original beach cottage at the community's oceanfront that's been reinvented for a new generation.
Plus, fall cleaning week continues today. We're going to check in with the folks from Bayport Credit Union about how to clean out that filing cabinet. All right. I love it when the audience is like, woo!
They're into it.
Like a night show.
How are you guys?
Good morning and welcome back.
Good morning.
Good morning and welcome back. Took a day off. Little downtime for you?
Yeah, I had to take care of my daughter. She fell on Monday afternoon and ended up breaking her arm on the playground. So she's very tough about it. We didn't realize it, you know, right away. I mean, we wouldn't have known just because she was very tough about it, but something seemed not quite right, so we had it checked out, and sure enough, she fell off the wheel of death, as I now call it. So.
And now there's a little jealousy in the family?
She's got her pretty pink cast.
And brother
wants one.
Yeah.
Yes, but,
of course.
We say, Sammy, you know, we don't want one. So
little guys
at
love
the end
cats.
of what I think would have been an awesome soccer season for her, but she's a trooper. 5 weeks.
Wow.
So yeah.
You never know.
Hang
But whoever
in there.
saved me the moose munch, I really appreciate it. From yesterday.
I'll take credit. I'll take credit for that.
Thank you.
That's all me. That was
That's
me,
true. It's
actually.
you. I'm lying.
Actually,
It wasn't me.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
That
You
was
guys
good.
have a less eventful couple days, I hope.
It was,
Yeah.
it was wonderful. It was
Good.
really
Just
nice.
held down the fort. Held
Yeah.
down the fort yesterday, but yeah, back at it. Hump Day Wednesday.
Yeah, so let's get right to it. You know, this is the Hampton Roads Show, and our
Yep.
first topic today is somebody who truly is Hampton Roads. Long-time Norfolk Tides General Manager Dave Rosenfield decided it was time to step aside. He is not retiring, but he is handing the reins over to Joe Gregory, who is 50 years younger than Dave. And Dave said yesterday there was nothing to it. He had a heart valve surgery this past year, but he has a clean bill of health, and he said that this has nothing to do with his health. It was just time to inject a little youth into the Norfolk Tides, and he said, yeah, I'm still going to stick around, but it's time to let somebody else younger take control. And Dave has been doing it his way for 50 years, and pretty amazing when you can be in minor league sports. And he is the epitome of minor league sports.
Yeah.
He was with the Squires. He's been with so many different minor league teams, and I mean he's a cornerstone in this community for Tides and all that he's done for local baseball. And it's kind of interesting.
Is he still going to be the president of the International League?
Yes, he is still going to be the president of the International League, and he's going to do the schedule for everybody. So he's still very much involved. He's just not going to be doing the day-to-day operations with the Norfolk Tides.
I mean,
But
50
years. Could you work in your profession for 50 years? Do you know anybody who has been at their profession that long? I mean, that's a long time.
I don't know anybody. I don't know. Could we? I don't know.
Could we?
We'd have to age very well.
Right.
Yeah,
Lots of makeup.
50 years. I don't know.
I've been to like
How long have you
20,
been here, Rick?
I've been here 21 years.
Okay.
Somebody I work with in the
Almost
sports
halfway
department,
there.
Bruce Rader, has been at it for 35 years.
Wow.
He said yesterday if he sticks around for 15 more, he'd get there. But
50 years.
I don't know if he's going to stick around that long.
I just think things have changed, though. I think, you know, in generations past, you worked for a company for 30 years, you retired, where I think now people change jobs and change careers a lot more frequently than back in the good old days, where you could count on the watch at 20 and the retirement after 30.
Well, Dave said that he first saw his first baseball game in 1932, fell in love with the sport, and that's what's kept him in it.
That's
And he says he
awesome.
loves the game. That's why he's stuck in it so
Yeah.
long. So let us know what you think. Could you stay in a profession for 50 years? Do you know Dave Rosenfield? We can't wait to hear about that. But our other hot topic is about Hank Williams Jr. You know, Monday Night Football. Are you ready for some football? Check this out.
Remember the golf game?
Boehner.
That was one of the biggest political mistakes ever.
What did you not like about it? It seems to be a really pivotal moment for you.
Come on, come on. It'd be like Hitler playing golf with Netanyahu. You know, they're the enemy. They're the enemy.
Who's the enemy?
Obama and Biden. Are you kidding? The Three Stooges.
Okay, I only counted 2 people that he named there. I'm not sure who the
boy.
third stooge is in this scenario,
Boehner.
but
Anger
that...
in
Boehner, maybe?
Yeah.
John
Speaker.
Boehner and,
And
President
Biden.
Obama.
And
Well, he
Obama.
said that on
Biden.
Fox and Friends Monday, and as of Monday night, the catchy tune that started Monday Night Football, that has started Monday Night Football since 1991, NBC yanked the song.
ESPN.
ESPN yanked the
ESPN
song,
yanked
thank you. And he apologized on his Facebook page. he said, kind of apologized. He said he was sorry if anybody was offended, which to me is never really an apology. It's like, sorry for you if you can't take
don't
it.
Even just
I'm
say
paraphrasing.
Don't even go there.
Right, but he said he's just passionate about politics and sports and...
Yeah, but bringing up Hitler, and he could offend so many people on so many fronts. He should have never said that. But, I mean, that song has led the broadcast for 20 years. You know, another time distance thing here, but he was yanked right off, and they haven't decided whether or not they're going to continue on with it. But right now, it doesn't look good. But I mean, it's just not the same not hearing that leading the broadcast.
I know.
Yeah, well, you know,
be careful.
Even everybody's like, well, yeah, freedom of speech, yes, but there's also, you know, a choice of words you want to say. When you're in that position, you know, he is the voice of ESPN with that Monday Night Football. So I think ESPN was in the right. I agree that to pull that song because just get the comparison. And everybody's saying not necessarily he was saying President Obama is like Hitler. He compared the two, but still, even going there when that was just such a devastating time for so many people and offend so many people in so many ways. It's just, and there was some anger in his voice. That's not the first he's kind of gone
he didn't
after
look good, did he?
Obama.
And you know, it's like he's not the first person to open mouth and insert foot, and he's, you know, I don't know if he can take that one back.
Yeah, that's a tough thing to unsee.
And I agree, like you said, if you're going to apologize for it, you know, come right out, be sincere about it. You know, if you feel like you've offended anyone, there's really no point in putting that out there. I would just stick to what you
think about that. If that line, because you hear it all the time, I'm sorry if it offended anyone. You know, is that an apology or is it? Is it? I don't know. I don't know. Rascal Flatts is probably writing their new Monday Night Football song right now.
Somebody's going to take it.
I'm getting this in.
Somebody's
putting it in, yeah.
All right, 2 ways that you can weigh in on our hot topics this morning. You can go to our Facebook page, or you can follow us on Twitter at @HR_show. All right, with that, we bring in meteorologist.
Are you ready for some weather?
We need a new song there, don't I? Or I need some kind of song when I pop
Everybody
in.
needs a song.
Yeah, you need a song
let's
when you
make it
pop
happen.
in. I can make it
theme song.
happen.
Shaft.
I got Jade
Superman.
with Zealer.
There we go. Something.
You guys are wearing, is that like a periwinkle color going on there? And plum?
I
Shades
don't
and
know.
violet
Mine,
and
maybe
purple.
it's periwinkle
is
maybe.
violet.
It's not.
Violet.
That's a
Violet?
typical
It's not
woman
lavender.
thing. Periwinkle.
Typical woman. Wait, did you say typical woman
Well, I mean,
thing?
men would not say, Jeremy, is that periwinkle?
I
I think a man would say that.
Wouldn't
He'd say
wear it.
periwinkle.
We
That's
buy
purple.
pictures of
Men
it.
says purple, women say
you-
periwinkle.
Lish.
I kid my wife all the time about that.
It's
She's got
lilac.
all these different terms for colors. I'm like, that's red, that's blue, that's green.
Yeah, I mean,
I love
but,
how we
you know,
get on the
those
color wheel.
Crayola crayons, they used to be the best. You just have that big, thick box, you know, you get them out, you know, in kindergarten,
still
you
are.
start
They're
coloring.
awesome.
Yeah, they are. I mean,
They
you know,
still are the
I don't-
best.
See, I don't have it, though.
Sharpener in the box.
Same.
Yeah, the sharpener, that was awesome.
That was,
back
whoever
in the day.
invented that was amazing.
Yeah.
That was the best invention ever.
That was pretty awesome.
Periwinkle.
Yeah. All right.
I have no
How do
idea
we
what
get
a
on shirt
periwinkle
color?
would be.
Folks out there in TV land probably throwing their shoe at the TV saying, "Get on with
Get in the
it!"
weather.
So
Sorry.
let's take a look here and see the forecast. We got mid-70s for gorgeous weather today. Nice tomorrow, just a little bit cooler, and just a whole bunch of days in a row there where we got some dry conditions, sunshine, highs in the 70s, lows mostly in the 50s. Can't say enough about it. It's going to be great
Nice.
outside. Even the whole weekend. It's great. So with that said, you won't need me anymore. So
Oh, come on.
let's do the
Jeremy.
pop quiz. Let's take a look at it. A butterfly, the first clue, a state nickname, ancient and established in 1930. Established in 1930. Gotta clarify that there. So there you go. If you know the answer, get on the HamptonRoadshow.com. Submit your answer. There's previous winners on there, and we'll post the answer on there later today.
All right, the winner is going to get a great prize.
I want this.
4 passes to Hallow Scream. Woo! Now at Busch Gardens, Williamsburg, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays, and you can go until October 30th. Do that.
Wow, what a great prize.
It is a good prize.
Can I get
Don't
one
be
of those?
scared. All right, still ahead on the Hampton Road Show.
All right, the air is cold outside, but we've got warm ideas for a fall brunch. The Food Network's Claire Robinson will share her brunch tips and more.
With a new season, a new reason to clean up, you've heard the saying, one man's trash is another man's treasure. I'm Cheryl Pan. I'll take you inside a store that will take the things you don't want anymore and help out the community at the same time.
Welcome back, everyone. Fall cleanup could be on the brain, especially since some of you may have been forced to do some of that picking up after Hurricane Irene blew through the area just a couple weeks ago.
There's a lot of reasons why people don't declutter. One could be they don't know where to take unwanted things that they spent good money on. A newly opened thrift store in downtown Norfolk has a solution that benefits you and needy families in our community. And today's What's Your Problem? So many times people keep things around their house they no longer wear, use, or sit on, but there are places that definitely take into account one man's trash is another man's treasure. We're here at Good Mojo, a brand new thrift store in downtown Norfolk with Jennifer Babb to talk about how a place like this really helps people in our community.
Absolutely. We love donations.
People may be doing some fall cleanup and they're cleaning out their closets, they're cleaning out their garages, and they may automatically think, oh, this is stuff that only should be at the dump.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. It's like the old saying, one person's trash is another person's treasure, and we want all the trash to turn it into treasures.
But what do you really want? I mean, there are some things that are obviously things that should be in the trash, or are they?
Well, no, clothing, we want all clothing. Clothing is never trash. If it's ripped or torn or stained and really not in wearable condition, we bail it. And we do get money for bailing clothing. Furniture is a biggie. Love to get furniture. Jewelry, costume jewelry. We do jewelry jars. It doesn't have to be 14 karat gold. It doesn't have to be sterling silver. So that's another biggie too. We are a nonprofit. We are part of 4 Kids, and we help the homeless. And that's our mission, is to stop the cycle of homelessness. And the thrift store acts to, a lot of times they'll come in and they only have the clothes on their back. So we have, clothing, and they can come in and actually choose. It's not me just handing them something and saying, here, this is what you get.
I like the name of your store.
Thank you, Good Mojo. Yeah, we want to spread Good Mojo through the neighborhood, through the whole, all the cities. Worth the trip to downtown Norfolk. I love shopping here.
I think this is a good place to start. These dresses look brand new.
And they are brand new. We have a vast array of gorgeous evening wear that was donated from Helen Kessler at Pure English. We have some bridal gowns, lots of formal wear, and at great prices.
So we decided to come and donate all the closet cleaning out stuff from his sister, and we found new stuff. Show your...
Wow, look at all that stuff that you got.
From formal wear to dresses to children's clothes, outerwear, blue jeans. We're transitioning seasons, so we've got some hoodies.
Yes. How have you been able to fill the shelves with all this variety of stuff?
Wonderful donations. Donations. It's all donations.
Cleaning out the closet at first is overwhelming because you don't know where to start. But once everything gets pulled out and your closet is completely clean, you feel so great.
I like that sign that says, go ahead, buy it. You're helping homeless children right here in our community.
Absolutely.
You can't say that everywhere.
No, and you are.
Good Mojo is at 2411 Granby Street in Norfolk. If you want to call ahead, the number is 622-1194. The store takes donations every day from 10 to 6, Monday through Saturday, Sundays from noon to 5. And don't forget, your donation is tax deductible. So whatever you bring in, you can get a tax write-off at the end of the year. And the funds generated by the store will allow, again, 4 Kids to help homeless families. And then those families can shop at the store using vouchers that they've earned through the 4 Kids program. It's a really great one. And speaking of all the good stuff there, photojournalist Pat Dowd took home that couch that I was sitting on.
He did?
He did.
No way.
So he's helping out the community and has a great, nice new piece of furniture
What a good cause.
in return.
Awesome. Thanks, Cheryl.
All right.
Great advice.
Good Mojo.
Some Good Mojo. Dave Rosenfield has done nothing but add Good Mojo to the Hampton Roads for so long. And yesterday, it was there's only like 6 people at the press conference, so it was a little kind of sad that not more people were there. But I think that was the way Dave wanted it, nice and quiet, and say, hey, this is not a retirement. I'm stepping aside. I'm backing off a little bit. But after 50 years on the job,
well. He said this isn't a health issue, which is great.
He looks great. So some people have voiced their opinion. Melissa says, Mr. Rosenfield has done a great job. It is about time he gets some rest and relaxation with his family and Mike B., a true icon in local sports. I think they should name the field for him at Harbor Park, which I think they have. And I've never met him, but I'm well aware of what he has done for Tidewater. And Chef Eddie Lee, 50 years at the job, more than a job. That is a passion here at the hotel. We have several that have been here for years, like Miss Carmen, my pantry sous chef, has been here over 36 years, and the late Mr. Carlos Wilson worked here for over 73 years. Passion takes over like that for being on a job. So, wow, 73 years?
They could call it Rosenfield.
Well, they've got a billboard in left on the wall in left field that has his picture of 50 years in baseball. So, and he's been trying to sell that spot ever since they put it up. I mean, that's a true general manager. He says it all starts with selling, and Dave does it. He's sold baseball for a long time. He loves the sport.
We'll see.
Thanks, Dave.
Okay, people were also weighing in on our other hot topic, which was Hank Williams Jr. He's been a bit of an institution himself with Monday Night Football, and the song are you ready for some football? The theme song since 1991. Well, it didn't air Monday night because Monday morning on Fox and Friends he made those controversial comments. Ben says they should keep the intro, not the guy. Christy says, what happened to freedom of speech? Tired of being censored against our rights. And I see her point, you know, but keep in mind, freedom of speech means he's not going to get arrested for what he said, but still, it also means taking the consequences of what you say, you know, out there. And if ESPN feels like they don't want to associate, you know, that's a consequence of free speech.
Yeah, be careful what you say.
But he's not going to get locked up. Let's see. We have another comment here, no name with it though, saying, use a Hitler analogy. I doubt it, but was it freedom of speech? Of course, if those sorry people from Westboro are protected by that very same thing, then so should Hank Jr. Okay. All righty.
Well, you know, I think he may have offended some people, but what do you think? Are you offended by what he said? Some people aren't, but some people are. Let us know. Appreciate it.
Yeah. All right. Still ahead in today's postcard from Hampton Roads, we're visiting one of the last original beach cottages on the ocean front. Stick around to find out what's inside now.
But first, if you have files sticking out of your home file cabinet, fall cleaning is a great time to get those important papers under control. The folks from Bayport Credit Union are here with some strategies on what to keep and what to toss.
And don't forget about our pop quiz. It's a gimme today, and we want to give you a 4-pack of Hollow Scream tickets at Busch Gardens Williamsburg, running Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays through October 30th. Just log on to thehamptonroadshow.com. Click the pop quiz button at the top right-hand corner of your screen. Good luck.
Welcome back to the Hampton Roads Show. Playing a few rounds of golf can be fun, but playing for a good cause can be so much better. And here to tell us about the Norfolk Tourism Research Foundation Golf Tournament is Tony DeFilippo. Sorry, Tony, messed that up a little bit. President and CEO of Visit Norfolk, and Andy Gladstein with the Virginia Culinary Institute. Thanks for joining us, Tony. All right, tell us all about this golf tournament, because everybody likes to play golf for a good cause.
Absolutely. It's the 8th annual Norfolk Tourism Research Foundation Golf Tournament, October 21st at the Ocean View Golf Course. We raise money for tourism research in the area, for Norfolk in the area, and we've developed a great partnership with the Culinary Institute of Virginia and Andy's team. They do the food at the golf tournament. So we have a cooking competition out of his campus, and we choose the top entrees, and the winners are with us today, and they'll be preparing the food for the tournament. So it's much more than golf, it's food, it's fun, and more importantly, we're going to raise money to tell us what the visitors do when they come here, what they enjoy, and so forth.
How long have you had this tournament?
This is our 8th year.
8th year at Ocean View, a place where Tiger Woods once played.
Exactly, that's right.
Andy, let's talk about your involvement in this in the Culinary Institute.
Sure. Well, we're all about supporting the hospitality industry. The hospitality industry supports us. So the competition we held last Friday on our campus went fantastic. And the number of students here behind me represent the top 2 winning teams. We have Team Bear here. Or it might
Come
have
on,
been,
guys, do better than that.
It might have been Bear, I don't remember. But and they created this great teriyaki pork with an Asian slaw and a spring roll bowl. And Team Top Hat, who's also here, created a curry and jerk chicken sliders with a coleslaw and a pineapple mango sort of chutney, which was awesome. And we had about 50 guests, all partners of the Norfolk Tourism Research Foundation, who came and judged, much like a Top Chef catering competition, and we had a great day.
It sounds like it. Every golf tournament has some features that they do, hole-in-one, stuff like that. What are some of your features of your tournament?
We have a $100,000 prize, hole-in-one prize. The Hotel Association of Norfolk is sponsoring a putting contest. We have great food, and we have themed holes along the course where different hotels and restaurants show off their wares. So, again, it's golf and fun.
It is golf and fun for a good cause. Once again, you can check it out. And it's for more information, it's October 21st. Register. Visit norfolktoday.org. hamptonroads.com or call Paula Moore at 664-6634. Tony and Andy and the team is back there. Good job, guys, and have a great time on that golf tournament.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you very much. Thank you.
All right, coming up on the Hampton Roads Show.
Yeah, if your migration route takes you to the ocean front, this week's postcard from Hampton Roads is the perfect place to stop and rest your wings.
It is one of the last original cottages on the Virginia Beach Boardwalk.
And while it once was home to a family with 10 kids, the DeWitt Cottage is now home to the Atlantic Wildfowl Museum. Here's this week's postcard from Hampton Roads. Well, we've made ourselves quite comfortable here in the Hunting Lodge exhibit of the Atlantic Wildfowl Museum. I want to introduce you to Tom Beatty. He is the director here, and this is just a fascinating place, starting with the cottage itself.
Yes, it was built in 1895 by the first mayor, B.P. Holland, and then later sold to Cornelius DeWitt, and his family was here until 1988, and that's why it's known as the DeWitt Cottage.
And you said that a large family lived here until...
Yes, they raised 10 children in the cottage, and the last of the family passed away in 2008. The museum itself opened up in 1995, as a matter of fact, September of 1995, and we've been going strong ever since.
Tell me about some of the items in here.
Well, the current exhibit is all Canadian decoys. It's the first time we've had all Canadian decoys. We change the exhibit out every May around May the 1st. And this year, as I said, is all Canadian decoys. They range from around 1900 up through 1950s. And that's coupled with some wonderful pieces of artwork and also some contemporary bronze sculpture from Turner Sculpture on the Eastern Shore.
If folks come in, they may, and we can hear a little bit of it going on in the workshop next door, they can actually see how a lot of these decoys are made.
Yes, we have a carver on hand every day. Some will be doing the old style carving using just basic hand tools, and what you hear back there now is more of the contemporary decorative carving, which is more of a lifelike decoy.
What I'm doing right here, I've already drawn in the feathers, and I take the burning pen and I outline the feathers so I don't lose them. And I will come in here and I will go around because I want to layer the feathers.
I noticed there's kind of an educational aspect here too, in terms of learning more about the wildfowl in our area, when they come, when they go.
Yes.
Kids like it?
We have two interactive computers here where the mainly set up for the youngsters, where they can identify wildfowl, you know, paint a duck back there. Upstairs we have a slideshow that illustrates some of the birds that will be here, especially during migration season, birds that you might see around the ocean front, some of the lakes and swans.
Do you get a lot of visitors? Do you feel like this is a place that people know is here?
We do attract a lot of visitors, especially during the summer months. The majority of folks will come in, of course, looking for at the decoys, the artwork. They'll also come in wondering about the history of the cottage. So we get a nice variety of people in from all over the United States, and even some foreign countries will come and visit us.
All right, well, before this, some folks may not have known that the Atlantic Wildfowl Museum in the DeWitt Cottage was right here along the ocean front of Virginia Beach, but now you do. So fly in and tell them the Hampton Roads Show sent you. And no charge to visit, to go in and do that, and they're very, very dependent on their volunteers there. So I want to thank CJ. He was the one who was doing the carving that year. He's a retired Navy Master Chief, and I met a lot of gentlemen in there who all had years and years of service in the Navy, and now they're serving again as volunteers in the Wildfowl Museum, including Mr. Beatty himself. And they, you know, encourage kids, Boy Scouts, to get into the carving because it's kind of a lost art. So
I am so glad the DeWitt Cottage is still there, surrounded by the giant mega hotels. They've got an old slice of old Virginia Beach. It's so nice that it's still there.
Yep,
Nice
check
job.
it out.
Spring is for cleaning, but fall can be for organizing. It's a great time to go through your personal records and get organized. Here now with some figuring out of what to keep and what to toss away is Lori Gay, Bayport Credit Union Records Management Supervisor. Lori, thanks for being here this morning.
Thanks for having me.
Hey, so let's talk about this. Spring cleaning, like we mentioned, a lot of people think of cleaning out material things in their house, not necessarily thinking about going through their paperwork and cleaning that up. Talk about why that process is so important for folks.
Well, fall is a good time to go through all of your records that you have in your home, get rid of some things, make sure that you have a lot of your documents secured in your home. We have a list at the credit union. You can go online and we have that list published where you can look at the guidelines for your retention, how long you have to keep your personal records for your home.
What are some items like things that you could feel comfortable throwing away? I know you mentioned like bank statements. A lot of people keep a lot of receipts, but what is okay to toss away? And also shredding is probably a big key too with this.
You should keep your bank statements about 3 months. Tax records definitely keep for at least 7 years. A lot of your financial institutions keep those records for you anyway, so go ahead and get rid of those things, or call your financial institution and ask them how long that they keep those records.
And another option would be to store them electronically, perhaps scan them. Do a lot of people do that?
A lot of businesses are doing that now, so absolutely that's a good idea for someone in the home to do that. And if you're going to shred your documents, shred those properly. Make sure that you get a home system for shredding your documents. Don't throw anything in the trash that has your sensitive information on it. Or check with your local shredding companies and see if they have a shred event that they're sponsoring in your neighborhood.
Yeah, because a lot of people will just want to rip it up by hand,
trash,
but you never know. So folks can piece those numbers together and possibly get your information. Then you run into identity theft, and that's a whole other topic. Talk about some of the documents that you should keep all year round.
Some documents that you should keep, and it's also a good idea to keep a document locator is what we call it. And you can also just type that up on a spreadsheet and keep your will. Put on there where your will is located in case there was an emergency with you, that somebody has that list. They know where your will is located. Your life insurance policies, where those are located, and who the company is that you have your life insurance policies with, where you bank. If something happened to you, a family member may not know where your accounts are located at. So it's a good idea to have that locator and then update that each year and give it to a family member to hold on to a copy of it.
Okay, so you would have a copy and somebody you trust.
To somebody else.
Okay.
Even to your parents or your grown children.
What about having like a safe deposit box or a folder? Which one do you recommend to keep those personal documents in?
You should either have a safe in your home that's fire resistant, or you should have a look into getting a safety deposit box at your financial institution.
Because God forbid something happened like a fire or a flood, you can go right to that part of your home
get
and
all
grab
your
all
documents and grab them together.
Because that is going to be so key, especially after you're going to need that information. Well, a lot of great tips, and of course for more smart money management tips, you can stop by any of the 14 Bayport Credit Union locations across Hampton Roads, or you can always log on to bayportcu.org. Thank you so much, Lori.
Thank you.
All right, still ahead, nothing takes the chill out of a fall evening like a fire roaring in the fireplace. But before you get that toasty blaze going, you may want to think about a quick chimney checkup. The folks from Precision Chimney Cleaning are here to tell us more in just a moment. Are you ready for some Arion?
Oh, yeah, there you go. All right,
you like that? This is our new opening here.
Is it?
Ready for some Arion?
Hey. Okay. All right, so talking about our hot topics this morning.
Hank Williams Jr.
Kind of put a spit in his mouth.
Sort of an institution when it comes to Monday Night Football. 20 years of the theme song. Said some things Monday morning on Fox and Friends, and he upset some people.
He did, and so we're getting a lot of healthy debate here, which is great. That's why we have these hot topics, because everyone, of course, is entitled to their opinion. And it's funny because our viewers go back and forth with each other, and it's interesting to see people's comments on that and opinions on that. But Mike Barnett says, isn't this the home of freedom of speech? I didn't even know about the comment until ESPN did what they did and brought more attention to it. He says, welcome to the United States of the offended. It is kind of bad that you sometimes have to watch what you say because you can lose your job if you said something that isn't politically correct or that it may offend someone. Michelle says, I'm always surprised at how many Americans don't understand what freedom of speech means. It means protection from government prosecution. It has nothing to do with your job or any social consequence of your actions. Sure, this seems like a ludicrous overreaction since he didn't actually compare Obama to Hitler, but freedom of speech is irrelevant here. And that's kind of what Kerry was saying. While freedom of speech, he can't get arrested for it, there is some consequence that's going to come with it, and that is with ESPN pulling his song that he's been singing.
Well, they pulled it on Monday, but they haven't decided if they're going to continue to use it or not.
What do you think? What do you think that'll be if they continue with it? Do you think?
I think they'll continue to use it. I have a feeling they'll continue to use it and sort of gauge public opinion and see what they think. I think they'll continue to use it because I mean that has been part of that Monday Night Football for 20 years, and you know, I enjoy watching it. Kind of gets me in the mood.
Yeah, I know. Football is. People are pretty diehard over some football. Kelly says, just goes to show that in this day and time, freedom of speech is definitely not free. Let's see here on Facebook also. Jason right here says, apparently we're no longer allowed to say anything that could be negative about our leaders. So all the, quote, funny commentators about President Bush should be hunted down and punished as well. Down with freedom of speech.
He would just seem, Hank Williams Jr. was just so passionate about his feelings on the topic, and
Ashley Wright here. Let's see. Ashley Wright says his comments really made absolutely no sense, especially the one about Obama and Biden being the Three Stooges. But despite the fact that there is freedom of speech, ESPN has a right to pull the song if they don't like what he's saying. His song was representing ESPN, and if they don't like his comments, it is their right to protect their product. If he comes off sounding like a moron, of course they're going to want to distance themselves from that. But we'll just have to wait and see.
And once again, anytime you bring up Adolf Hitler, nothing good ever comes from it.
Yeah, nothing good is really coming out of that.
Okay, so we're not going to, we'll just let that one lie.
Yeah, we're going to let that one roll for a little bit.
And we're also talking about Norfolk Tide's longtime general manager, Dave Rosenfield, 50 years on the job. He has written the book on minor league sports. Well, yesterday he decided to step aside, take a back seat to Joe Gregory, who's going to now be the general manager of the team. After 50 years, Dave Rosenfield, a local institution in minor league sports, is stepping aside. And, well, I mean, we've asked you, could you work on the same job for 50 years? Do you know somebody who's been at their profession longer? What do you think about Dave Rosenfield? What has he meant to Hampton Roads? And, well, we've got a few thoughts here.
Yeah, Larry Palmer, go ahead.
Okay, Larry Palmer says Rosenfield brought baseball back to Norfolk. I remember years ago when the team started out and it was playing in Portsmouth in the 60s. He attended games there. The man has done a fantastic job promoting baseball. He has done a great job of promoting local sports. He is an institution. He is Hampton Roads.
He hopes the city of Norfolk would have a Dave Rosenfield Day to show how much they appreciate him.
I think they probably will.
That's pretty awesome.
We
well, thanks again for all the healthy debate here on both of our hot topics and weighing in. Also, remember, we're on Twitter at @HR_show.
All right, we are still talking fall. It's that time of year for the beautiful colors, apple picking, taking trips to local farms. So how do you turn your fresh ingredients into a delicious brunch? Claire Robinson, host of Food Network's 5-Ingredient Fix, is here to help us create fast and easy fall dishes. Hey, Claire.
Good morning. How are you?
Good. You know, I think whether somebody who's hosting a brunch or any other dinner, they want to be part of the social event and not trapped in the kitchen. So how can you help us?
Well, I can give you some few ingredient recipes that are too easy that there's no excuse for you not to make your own brunch at home.
All right.
I was really inspired by apple picking. For me, this is my favorite thing to do. It's my favorite activity to do in the fall. Fall is all about football and food for me. So I go and I love to get the apples. You can even just go to the farmer's market or the store if you want. Granny Smith, Macintosh, Golden Delicious. You peel them, you core them, you cut them into little chunks. Steam them with a little bit of water. It's that simple. Add some pumpkin pie spice. And then Coffee Mate has made a new creamer, completely new, made with only 4 ingredients, all natural. And they have 3 flavors, caramel, vanilla, and sweet cream. I love the caramel with the apples. So this makes my 5-ingredient cooking possible because that's the cream, the flavor, the sugar, everything for the filling. And I put a little bit of it in with some powdered sugar, and I make a glaze for the top. So this is like a homemade little hand pie. You take that filling and you cook it in puff pastry. You don't even have to make a pie dough. And I don't know if you've ever made puff pastry, but I have, and it takes days.
Yeah.
So it's just easy. Store buy it. You can get your kids to crimp the sides. There's no messing this up. I mean, it's really, really easy. And watch this. This is so ooey, gooey, yummy. You could even put this glaze into old condiment bottles and make it really fancy if you want to squeeze little hearts or let the kids make little happy faces on these. It's so easy. It's baked. I also love to go for the squash in the fall season, like the butternut squash, the acorn squash, pumpkins, and you can make soups with it. You just roast them. It's that simple. And add a little bit of the sweet cream flavor. And I added curry to this. Curry powder that's probably been sitting in your spice drawer for over a year. That's what you can do with it.
Have you been to my house? I do. I have a little bag of curry in my spice cabinet. I think it's been there maybe for 2 years.
You know, we're all guilty of the exact same thing. And then, you know, the thing about fall is we do eat a lot more food than we've been eating in the summer, so I love to lighten it up with a smoothie. This is so simple. Coffee, yogurt, a little bit of pumpkin pie spice, and then you could choose the sweet cream or the vanilla flavor of the Coffee Mate Natural Bliss, and it makes an incredible smoothie.
Wow. What other tips do you have for fall entertaining? You know, would you serve all three of those things at the same brunch? I mean, I guess you could with the soup and the turnovers. It's brunch. It's breakfast and lunch. Anything goes.
Exactly. You know what I think about brunch is there's got to be a little bit of a salty, sweet element. And I think, you know, in Virginia, I'm from Tennessee, so I definitely know we all have a little bit of that palate that has that salty, sweet touch. We want that in almost every dish that we eat. So I would probably add like maybe a sausage or some sort of meat to this. But if you wanted to go with just the smoothie, you know, the smoothie is really for mom. And then this could be for the kids, the apple hand pies. And, you know, this is also dessert. I mean, you don't have to make this just for brunch. It's a great little snack, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. You could do the coffee smoothie, or you could do the apple hand pies. And then the soup, that's something you could eat anytime, of course. But, I mean, for brunch, for me, when you're entertaining, you've got to think salty, you've got to think sweet. People want to see different textures. We've got different temperatures. You know, brunch is kind of everything. You want a little bit of everything, right?
That's right. No rules. All right. We appreciate it, Claire. Thank you very much.
Absolutely.
All right, with fall temperatures on the way, a warm fire is great for taking the chill out of that cool evening air. But before you get the fire going in the fireplace, you might want to check your chimney and make sure it's cleaned out. Dave Kaiser from Precision Chimney Cleaners is here to tell us why that is important. Dave, good morning. Welcome to the show.
All right, first of all, it's Dale, and thank you
Dale,
very much.
I am so sorry about that.
It's not a problem.
I knew
We
that.
do it
I was
all
just
the
making
time.
sure you knew your name. Okay,
Hey.
so Dale Kaiser, why should we inspect our chimneys? Why is it important that we get them cleaned out before we fire them up?
Because it's stuff hidden behind the walls. You don't know what's in there. You never know what's going to ignite or anything else like that. You should always have it checked before you burn it. You definitely don't want your house to burn down.
No, we don't. So what is that process like? If I call you up, you come out to my house, what happens?
I do a visual inspection first. Go ahead, put the ladder up, check it out top to bottom, then let you know if you need a cleaning. If you do, then we go ahead and sweep it, sweep everything down, bring in the vacuums, clean it all out on the inside, and then you're good to go.
How do you do you put like a big tarp down? Because I just imagine like all of okay.
Oh no, well you have a damper inside of your fireplace, and we close the damper. So as you sweep everything down, it just falls on top of the damper, and then we clean it out from there.
You guys literally go in the chimney.
Only if you're smaller than me. No,
you don't like reaching
no,
down
we don't.
there?
We
No,
have
you
just real big fan brushes that we just get
Really?
up there, just like Mary Poppins. You know,
I was
just
gonna,
get up
okay.
there
I'm glad that you brought it up because I don't want to bring it up. I just see you guys like.
Oh yeah, we're
rooms
hopping
on the
from
roofs.
rooftop to rooftop, you know, singing songs, dancing.
Yeah, but I mean that can also be dangerous. Like you said, you don't want the house to catch on fire. That
Right.
also goes for like vents and things like that. Explain the
absolutely.
importance of keeping it clean.
Well, like dryer vents, for instance. Last year there was over 15,000 homes that burnt down because they didn't service their dryer vent. That's definitely something that we also do as well. But, you know, everything, you want your home to be safe.
Yeah.
You know, it's good to call somebody who is a professional to make sure it is.
So how often do you need to have your chimney cleaned out for like the whole fall, winter
If
season?
you use it, you should clean it every year.
Okay.
You know,
So once a year would be good?
yeah.
Just, okay.
At least check it, you know, because again, all these things are behind the wall, inside of the brick chimneys or inside of the siding. You can't see anything in there.
Yeah.
So if you don't know what's in there, you don't know what you're getting yourself into.
How would you know if someone lit their fireplace? Would there be like a smell of something? Would they're like, oh, we need to maybe get this checked out, or would you just?
How would you
wouldn't
know if
How
you
would you
needed
know
to
if you
clean it?
really needed?
Yeah, there's definitely a pungent soot smell, you know, when it gets overbearing. Lots of times you have moisture leaking into the chimney, and it will let you know really fast if it's clean and dirty.
Something needs to happen.
Absolutely.
What are some other services that you guys provide?
We do small roof repairs, siding repairs, you know, anything on the exterior, any rooftop service, gutters, obviously dryer vents and chimney work. Whatever you need, really.
Awesome.
You know.
Well, Dale, we appreciate you coming on. Some good tips there. Hopefully, people will be utilizing that. Precision Chimney Cleaners, you guys can give them a call, 523-5475. You have a fall Halloween special, which is 20% off of all services. You can also check them out on their website, which we're, of course, going to have all of that on our website, thehamptonroadshow.com. Dale, thanks so much.
Thank you very much.
All right, still to come, Magicians Penn and Teller back with a new series. Find out what this magnificent duo is up to coming up on the Hampton Road Show.
Yes, we are. Hey, hi, welcome back to the Hampton Road Show. Go for it.
All right, thank you.
This is all you.
Famed magicians Penn and Teller have wowed audiences for years with their unique brand of magic.
And they're showing it off in a new series called Penn and Teller Tell a Lie. And here now from Las Vegas is to tell us more about their show and their concept are Penn and Teller. Fellas, welcome to the show, and thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having us.
Tell us a lie. Tell us all about it.
Well, we got a show on Discovery starting tonight, 10 p.m., the Discovery Channel right after Mythbusters, called Penn and Teller Tell a Lie. And we'll be telling about 7 amazing science stories, amazing factual stories, except that one of those stories is a complete and utter big fat lie. And people at home can either use apps or their computers and vote on when they think we're telling the truth and when they think we're telling a lie.
Now these are some, these are some good ones, like a butter knife can stop a bullet. Do you believe that?
No, I don't.
No?
I don't believe that. Actually, if a butter knife can cut a bullet in half, a speeding bullet can be cut by a butter knife, whether you can hang a Mustang automobile by a head of human hair, whether you can land an airplane without steering it at all just by opening and closing the doors, whether you can stop a tiger attack by punching the tiger in the throat, all sorts of things from all over, some of them lie, some of them true.
Everything seems to be so dangerous with what you guys do. Please tell us nobody gets hurt in this series.
Well, you know, we will later on in the series, not tonight at 10, but later on in the series we'll be dropping Teller into a tank full of piranha.
That's
so
awesome.
We'll find out. No one's gotten hurt up until now.
How come it's always Teller that gets put in harm's way?
Because he shuts up. Yeah, you can't talk from underwater in a tank of piranha, so I'm safe that way.
Let's talk a little bit more about the interactive component of the new show, because as it's going on, as you said, you'll be kind of telling these stories, some of them true, but there's one line there. People can use their smartphones if they've got an iPhone or an iPad, or go to Discovery. They can go to the Discovery Channel online and vote. When do they get to find out if they are right about the story that they picked out to be the lie?
They have to stay until the end of the show. If you watch 45 minutes of this show and then turn it off, you'll be going to work the next day and possibly saying things that are total lies. But within the show, at the end of the show, we do fess up when we were lying.
But there's no, you know, like some of these other America Votes kind of shows, there's no like waiting till the next day to find out. You know what I mean? That's
we can't
cool.
do that. We're dealing with reality here. We can't monkey with that. So we'll tell you within the hour show.
Folks will appreciate that.
Hey, Penn, I want to know, what are the limits and boundaries to magic? Because you guys are always pushing the limits.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I think you just covered one. I mean, I think it's very important that no matter how much you want to thrill and excite people, that no one ever really gets hurt. I mean, the excitement of doing stuff that appears dangerous is only fun if it really is completely safe. So I would say that's the only limit, is making sure no one gets hurt.
Hey, I want you guys to know, I once joined you on stage in Las Vegas years ago, and it didn't feel safe to me then. How do you guys pick somebody out of the audience? Is it random, or did you have me in mind?
We were gunning for you. Did we Did we use you for the bullet catch that we used you for?
No. I picked a giant metal card out of a deck.
Oh, yeah. You did the world's biggest card trick.
You remember that?
We had like a ton of cards and 2 forklifts and shuffled them together. Did we get the right card that night?
Yeah, you nailed it.
Good,
but it was all because of me. I just want you to know.
That just means you were easy to sucker. We played you like a cello.
Yeah, I felt like a card that night. Hey, but you guys are great. What's this magic act been to you? You guys, it's all about comedy. You guys look like you have fun.
Yeah, we have a great time. We've been playing here at the Rio in Las Vegas for over 10 years now, and we have a great time. You know, it's a great combination doing the Discovery show every week, Penn and Teller Tell a Lie, and then doing the Penn and Teller show at the Rio. It's just it's a fabulous combination of doing TV and live. Get a chance to do both.
All right, and now you guys get to work on your poker faces, you know, see if you can tell those details without, you know.
Well, fortunately, we've been working on those together for over 30 years. So if you want to bust us, you're going to have to think hard.
And it's going to be tough. All right, thank you so much. Penn Jillette, Teller, thank you so much for telling us about their show, Tell a Lie. You know, I mean, wouldn't you love that? I mean, one of them talks and one of them is just quiet. Wouldn't you just love if that was our situation? And
there we have it. There's Teller.
It's kind of like me and Andy Fox, how it used to be on the weekend morning show. I used to say, yeah, we're like Penn and Teller. So, yeah, I was a quiet one. But not anymore. Let's take a look at the pop quiz for today, and I'll talk and talk and talk. Let's say butterfly is the first clue, a state nickname the second, ancient's the third, and established in 1930s the last clue. So you said this one was easy? So?
I thought
so. Okay.
I did look up the state nickname.
Yeah.
It was Old Dominion.
Yeah.
Right.
And that didn't take you there.
So,
That
okay.
ODU.
There you go. Good job. Yeah, the Monarch's butterfly. Yeah, I thought you might pick up on that.
I got the Monarch, yeah.
Okay.
He's like, I got it. Yeah, I got that one.
That's my husband's alma mater.
Ah, very good.
He's an ODU grad, yeah.
Good school.
Nice. All right.
All right, so what does the winner get today?
4 tickets to Hallow Scream.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, they get to see the scary zombie-related song on all the commercials.
Do your scary zombie.
That's not bad.
All right,
Pretty bad, wasn't it?
we will let you know who you are and get those tickets in your hot little hands. Thanks to everybody who played along. We do this every day. If you're just watching the Hampton Road Show for the first time, we do this every day of the week.
And we've given away some great prizes. If you go look back and see what people won, it's pretty. It's worth playing. I'll tell you that. It's worth playing. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, and there's more fabulous prizes that will come about here in the next month or two. I mean, we always get some great prizes coming down the pipe. So maybe we'll broadcast them when we get some of those in the works.
Hey,
We're about out of time for today. We appreciate everybody who played along, everybody who buzzed in. Make sure you come back tomorrow for any friends.
Hey, and thanks to our live audience today, Golf Ocean View, October 18th. Thanks a lot, guys. Have a great time out there. And thanks for joining us today.
That's right. Fall cleaning, we continue. 2 more days of it, so make sure you come right back until tomorrow. Have a great morning, everyone.